Well, hello, beautiful human beings watching the YouTubes. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to this good time train that is Queen Carrie B. I went grocery shopping today, and I was really craving like a Jersey Mike's style Italian sub, and I don't know, like New York style with the oil and the vinegar and the Italian seasoning and all the meats, and yeah. And I also have some other new pickly, dippy, fun things over here, accoutrements that we're going to try out too. I've got some veg, and I've got, of course, you need the classic potato chip. I hope everybody's doing awesome. Thanks for joining me today. I'm super hungry. It's almost 1:45, and I haven't eaten all day, so let's get into it. Oh, God. Eat your heart out, Jersey Mike's. Seriously. The oil and vinegar is dripping down my arm. Yeah, I did it right. Holy shit. That is good. Alright. So to go along with this, to dip my veg in, I got some Bob's Big Boy. It's a very famous diner in Burbank, California that's been around since the 50s. And they sell their dressings in the grocery store. That's some like in-house diner restaurant blue cheese dressing and dip that the recipe has not changed since 1950, the fuck whatever. I'm so happy right now. Because I love everything pickled. I picked up these at the store. They had like ghost pepper chili pickles, and I wasn't feeling that adventurous. Maybe next time. I don't smell any like Tabasco-iness. It just smells like regular pickle. And of course, pepperoncinis. I haven't had a jar in the fridge in a while. So, I wanted to indulge in a little story time today. You know how sometimes you just wake up in the morning and you think about crazy shit from your past, or while you're doing the dishes or doing like mundane domestic chores, you just think about crazy shit. I do anyway. But this morning, I was thinking about my mid-20s when I lived in southern Florida for a little over a year. This is a story about subtropical sea lice. Like, fucking what? Wait for it. So first of all, if you don't know what sea lice are, they're microscopic jellyfish larvae that only live in the subtropics, like water warm enough for them to procreate and live, whatever. Hence, southern Florida. Like, being a nor'easter, and being a waterman in the Northeast, I never encountered this ever in my life. In the springtime, the beaches in southern Florida, you'll see on the chalkboard lifeguard stands, possible sea lice, be careful of undertow, like, whatever the information is, water temperature, whatever, tides. And what happens is they get stuck like in between your skin and your bathing suit, and they don't like that. So they bite you. And some people get lit up by it, and some people don't get as lit up by it. But I would always get lit up. And they're kind of like mosquito bites. Like, they're just little tiny red bumps that like itch, and you scratch them, and it's kind of annoying and like gnarly, but it goes away. When I was first there, I got, some sea lice stuff going on. But this time, sorry, this might be a longer one because I'm hungry and I want to tell a story at the same time. Alright, so I'm doing my usual water girl thing, body surfing, fishing, whatever. And I get some sea lice bites, and they're itchy and they're annoying, and after a couple weeks it clears up. I'm like, fine, whatever. I wake up one morning shortly after that, and from the inside, I don't know how to describe this shit, from the inside out, it was like a traveling itch throughout my body. Like, I woke up and it's like my ass was itchy. And then it like traveled to my upper chest and then my arms, and I was just like literally tearing at myself. We didn't know what it was. I had no idea what was going on because I had got bitten by sea lice the year before. It was itchy for a while, and then the little bites healed up and it was fine. So for the longest time, I didn't know what was going on with me. And I was doing an equity contract at the time. I was doing 5 shows a weekend, 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. I was taking handfuls. The only thing that would keep the symptoms at bay was handfuls of Benadryl. And I had to go on stage and I was doing an American premiere of an Irish play at this regional equity theater in South Florida, where I met Higgins. This is the play I was actually doing when I met my husband 17 years ago. And he's a nurse, so he was like, have you used different soap lately? And I'd never really been allergic to anything before in my life. Oh my God, I love pepperoncinis. And this went on for weeks, where if I didn't take 3 Benadryl every 4 or 5 hours, I would be just itchy all over. And then I went to Chicago for a week and a half to visit my best friend from high school after the show closed, and I still hadn't figured it out. So I ended up losing my mind in Chicago, and my friend was really concerned for me because I was in the bathroom literally screaming and yelling, tearing my flesh out. I went in the Yellow Pages. This is the early 2000s, and found a dermatologist, and she got in a cab with me, and I'm in a city I've never been in before. It was I remember it was St. Patrick's Day. It was Chicago around St. Patrick's Day. And yeah, she went to this dermatologist's office with me that was like in the middle. I don't even know what neighborhood it was in Chicago. It looked a little sketchy. I was like, what is my life? It's this elderly doctor. And I went in and I said, listen, I'm having a reaction to something. I don't know what it is, but this thing is at me and I'm losing my mind, and I need to get to the bottom of it and resolve it, because if this is the rest of my life, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I tell him, like, I'm trying to think, like, tell him my backstory. I tell him about the sea lice. Are you ready? He says that's probably what it is. Usually the second time your body is exposed to something is when it has an allergic reaction to it. Which is why I didn't think it was the sea lice, because the year before I'd gotten some bites and this didn't happen. So he said, that's what it is. I'm going to give you a shot of prednisone, and you have to take Zyrtec once a day. And this was before Zyrtec was over the counter. I had to pay like $60 a prescription for the Zyrtec. And what it is was, when the sea lice bit me, they kind of inject a toxin, because they're microscopic jellyfish larvae after all. And they do have some, stinger venom. And I'm allergic to whatever that is. And that shit had a half-life of 6 months. I had to take Zyrtec every day, once a day, for 6 months, or else I'd be tearing at my own flesh. And at the end of each prescription, I'd have to wait 3 or 4 days for the Zyrtec to get out of my system to see if it was still there. It was horrifying. I'm like, is this the rest of my life? Finally, it worked itself out. Maybe it wasn't 6 months, maybe like 3 or 4 months, but still. It's the craziest shit. It's like that television show, Monsters Inside Me. Fucking insane. Anyway, that's my sea lice story that I was thinking about this morning. Thanks for hanging in for it. I'm gonna try this pickle. It's like a spicy Tabasco sauce pickle, apparently. This tastes like a regular pickle to me. I don't taste any Tabasco flavor whatsoever. Cauliflower. Hero buns are so soft and delicious. Had my big ass water bottle to drink today. I also got some other ingredients at the store for some other videos. I was kind of content driven when I went to the store today. Yeah, I just found a couple new things in the store that I want to try. Also, excuse me, I'm going to try making poutine. And I could not find cheese curds, but I'm going to improvise a little bit and hopefully it'll work. I have some Canadian friend mukbangers that like their Burger Kings have like little orders of poutine and it looks so good. I'm like, what the fuck? I want that. I mean, you can't go wrong with like potatoes and gravy and cheese curds. Oh my god. Oh, too soon. Fran is once again not in the room with me. She's taking a nap on the couch. We had a good backyard session this morning with her little squeaky ball. She's a little sleepy. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up right. Well, that's right. I'm doing it. Oh my gosh, I might need to eat the rest of the day. No. Oh. Oh my god. All right, I'm going to have to call this one. That was Last Bites. I cannot overstuff. When I'm done, I'm done. I know there's just a few bites left, and this drives my mother absolutely insane. But, you know, I'm a true believer in, like, don't ever force yourself, no matter how good it tastes or how little is left on the plate. Because being uncomfortably full is, like, sucky. All right. Well, that's it for me, beautiful friends. Thanks so much for joining me today. I can feel the food coma setting in already, like the blood is going to the belly. Whew. I hope everybody has a fantastic and safe weekend. Thanks for any new subscribers. Thanks to anybody who's watching. I truly appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. Be kind to one another. Much love to everyone, and I'll see you on my next video. Mwah.